Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Dun, 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 dun. Virgo. Virgo. I don't know why. Like I'm having a Virgo moment. Virgo. What does that mean? Like, where are we going with that? Just one last card, but okay, it's there. Alright. Is this good, bad, or indifferent? Something seems like it's a new beginning, but is it really? I feel like somebody's approaching you like they have a new beginning, but this is the challenge card. It's not really a new beginning. It's kind of a revamping of something that already has been going on. But I feel like it's kind of like taking something that was good and just kind of like moving things around. And it's just like, why did we even bother moving things around? There's like this new beginning that seems to be there, but it's like there's a void here. Like somebody doesn't know what else to do. So they're trying to make it look like a new beginning, but it's not really a new beginning. It's just kind of moving things around to just trying to make it look different, trying to get people involved. But the void here is telling me it's really not. Nothing is really changing with the void. Yet the void card is still one of those that shows the moon up here with that little sliver of the new moon. Long night moon. Something's coming in, but they're not quite there yet. There is a change that will come, but it's just not quite there yet. The change is going to be delayed. Like there's a change they're trying to make happen. They're trying to force something forward. It's just not happening. You are making it all right. You got focus. You've got nourishment. Like you're continuing on. It's kind of like having food, but it's really bland. It's kind of like I have enough to eat. It just doesn't. I don't really like what I have to eat, but I have enough to eat. That's kind of how I feel with this. Kind of like definitely not going to starve. Am I enjoying what I have to eat? No, but it's acceptable because it does what I need it to, so it's okay. I can't complain because I have enough, but it's still I'm not enjoying this. It's not horrible, but I'm getting like you're expecting things to move forward. You're willing to roll with it, kind of like okay, we're in a spot where things have to go a little differently. Things aren't that great, but they're not really that bad. So you're trying to roll with it. The thing is, when you're trying to roll with it, it's not really panning out, and I feel like that's the problem. I feel like your energy is like, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to suffer through this because it won't last forever and it'll lead to something better. But when you start to realize this ain't leading me anywhere, I just walked in a circle. It's kind of like you've gone in a circle and you're like, wait a minute, we just went in a circle. Then you keep going and keep working and you're like, wait, we just did that circle again. And then it happens one more time and you're like, really? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm just dragging stuff around in a circle. Like, why are we doing this? The longer it goes, the more you feel like you're putting in effort and getting nowhere, the less impressed you're going to be with this. It's not even like a spiral. A spiral, you keep coming around to the same point, but you're ascending, so technically you're moving. It's just weird how you're doing it. This isn't even like that. It's literally just coming back around. You think you're going somewhere, and you do it again, and it's like, all right, we'll take this different path, and it still comes back to the center. All right, let's take this different path. Nope, it still comes back to the same spot. How come we keep coming to the same spot? You're trying to go along with it, but after a while is what I'm getting. It's kind of like, wait a minute. What are we doing? What are we really doing? And the balance here is kind of like, I need this to change. I feel like it's going to be one of those things where you're like, all right, if we keep doing the same thing over and over, what am I learning from this? What can I really get out of this? It's like one of those really hard situations where you're like, I don't like this. I don't like where it's going. I don't like that it keeps repeating. What can I really make happen here? Because you're kind of like, all right, I've gone this far. I didn't put in this effort for nothing. Now that we've gone this far, what can I do with what I've gained? Like there has to be something here I can make from it. This is a good point for you, oddly enough. where you start to look at the situation kind of like, I've put in this effort and it's not a total loss. It's just like, but wait a minute. Now that we've put in all this and it's just going nowhere, there has to be something I can do. It's going to take some time to figure it out, but I feel like you're kind of like, we need to find some type of growth. We need to find out what's going on here. It's kind of like, I've done this so many times, I know what I'm doing, but now what do we need to do to make this change? You're kind of pushing forward like, listen, we're not getting anywhere. We need to get somewhere. We need to start some type of change. We need to start some type of evaluation here. This can't keep going like this. You got focus and nourishment coming in again. This time it seems to be kind of like, all right, wait a minute. This food, I don't like this food. We have to find some way to start changing things. We got to experiment with something. It's kind of like one of those things where, all right, well, let's try something different that I don't know anything about, but just enough to try something. Let's try a new spice, for example, on this food. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but you know what? I'm getting so bored with it. Even if it's bad, at least I'll know it's bad after that. I'm willing to try something different. In the environment, somebody else is definitely pushing ahead and they're trying to make headway, but I feel like when they see your energy coming towards them, like, we need to change, like, this isn't working, it's almost like they were in a holding pattern. Like, I don't know what to do right now, so if we just keep doing the same thing, maybe I can distract you guys long enough until I figure it out. That's what I'm getting here. They don't seem to... The void is there. The darkness, the void... It's not the void, that's a different card, actually. But the darkness is there. Like, they don't know what to do. It's like fumbling around in the dark. They don't know what to do. Is the void here? No, it's not. Okay, good. I don't think. Nope. What's coming in next is the path with action. The Seven of Wands. And the Magician. A big change might be coming in. So what are we saying here with this? All right, so you've taken these paths and gone in circles and gone in circles and gone in circles. You're over it. If it was actually working out for some reason, like if it was like making the situation stronger, or you were getting more, you were learning something with it. If it's like every time we go around, we learn a bit more, that'd be one thing, but it doesn't really seem to be that's what's going on. It's just we keep doing the same thing and nothing better comes of it. We're trying to make improvement and never make it. They're going to come forward with more of a drastic change coming forward. I'm getting with your energy connected to this. The sooner you're connected with this and sooner you kind of like, you know what? I don't want this next. I don't want to go down this completely uncharted path. I don't want to go down this path that's so dark and I don't know what's down there. I don't really want to go down that one. It's kind of like the one option you've been avoiding. But the sooner you accept it, kind of like, yeah, let's go down the dark path. Everybody grab a stick. Let's make sure we can protect ourselves. But let's go down the dark path. I feel like that's what we're saying here. This person is going to choose an uncharted direction. That's why I call it the dark path, not because it's bad, but because basically you get the darkness here. You don't know what's down there. They don't know if it's going to work out. They don't know if it's going to be good. You don't know if it's going to be good. There's hope down that path because like this one is a very interesting card again. You see the moonlight hitting that tree. It's just starting to come out of it. It's just starting to come out of this bad area. The thing is, your energy should come at this in the sense of like, we don't want extremes. We don't want extremes. That's literally extremes card. You want to kind of pull that back. I'm getting, kind of like we can go down this path, this dark path, but let's go slowly. That's the Temperance. That's also the Four of Cups. You don't want to go down this path, but you're kind of like, I guess we need to. Temperance is like, let's take it slowly and see what's going on. Let's just take it inch by inch, evaluate what we got. We want to make some progress. I know that, but let's be careful and think about when we're doing it. It's kind of like, let's go down that path. Like it's dark enough during the day. It's got a lot of wooded areas, a lot of foliage. It's dark enough during the day. Let's just travel like between 10 a.m. and maybe 3 or 4 p.m. We'll travel in those 6 hours and then we'll make camp. That way we can travel in those 6 hours. We can see very well, and then we can find a place to fortify a camp and to protect ourselves. Wait till the next day, do it again at 10 a.m. and like that way there's a lot of light out there. We don't have to worry as much. Like you're kind of like, let's do this in a certain way. Let's think about what we're doing here. You got growth though. Growth does come. I know I'm covering it. There's the growth card. it is coming forward, and you're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's keep going. You are like encouraging this energy to move forward down an uncharted path, but it's because you're like, I'm just sick of putting in all this effort and getting nothing out of it. I hate that. Let's do this. I feel like that's what this reading is about. The sooner you get to that point and you're just kind of like, all right, let's go down that path. That path I really don't want to go down. Let's just do it so we can start going somewhere. The sooner you do that, the better it gets, because I'm getting things will get a lot better down that. Things are a lot easier than you think. It's just, I feel like it's just scary mostly because it's uncharted. It just feels uncharted, and that's why it's scary, because you're like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to do down there. I have no idea what's there. That's why you don't like it. It makes sense. But they're saying the sooner you go down that path, the sooner you encourage this other person, whoever it is, to do that, the sooner things get better. It's kind of jumping in the deep end there. With the cold water, jumping in the deep end. The sooner you get in there, the sooner you're over it. That's where I feel like we're going. Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.